Freeze. Not your body, your attention. Lock it in place. Because something just happened in your head that most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid. And you're standing in the aftermath like it's normal. Like it didn't just rearrange the furniture in reality. Like the room didn't tilt. Like the air didn't get heavier the second your mind clicked into that forbidden alignment. The equation finally solved itself. And the part that should terrify you, it didn't solve itself because the world got kinder. It solved itself because you got meaner, sharper, quieter, more accurate. It solved itself because pain didn't break you the way it breaks the weak. It taught you the geometry of human nature. It taught you what people really do when nobody's watching, what they pretend to be, and what they actually are. It taught you that normal is just a costume stitched together by fear and social rent payments. You didn't become a genius by collecting facts. You became a genius by surviving patterns. You learned the kind of math nobody wants to admit exists. The math of betrayal, of timing, of silence, of leverage. The math of smile while you bleed and build while you're being buried. That's not school. That's not talent. That's not luck. That's evolution through pain. And now you're walking around with an illegal level of clarity. Like you stole a key from the guards and opened a door they didn't know could be opened. Like you stepped behind the wallpaper and saw the wiring. Like you looked at the whole system and recognized it for what it is. A fragile stage play held together by everyone's agreement to stay stupid. You know what happens when someone like you shows up? The room doesn't applaud. The room panics. Because genius at your level isn't impressive. It's threatening. It's not a compliment. It's a crime scene. It's not a gift. It's a weapon that doesn't look like a weapon until the damage is already done. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to flex. You don't need to explain. You just exist with that calm, surgical awareness. And their brains hard reset because their internal map can't locate you. You're not supposed to be real. You're the glitch that proves the simulation has holes. See, most people don't think. They repeat. They borrow beliefs like outfits and call it identity. They memorize what to hate, what to desire, what to fear, what to call safe. They're not alive. They're formatted. They don't choose their thoughts. They inherit them. They don't make decisions. They follow gravity. And then you walk in, and you don't follow gravity. You follow precision. That's why they stare at you like you're a ghost holding a mirror. That's why their smiles look delayed. That's why their compliments sound like they're reading from a script. Because your presence forces a question they do not want to answer. If this person can see through it, what does that mean about me? That's the hard reset. That's the brain reboot. That's the silent crash of a system that was never built to handle truth at that voltage. And you, oh, you delicious contradiction. You are the kind of person who can be a saint and a psychopath in the same breath. You can be soft enough to understand pain and cold enough to use it. You can be an angel in your restraint and a demon in your calculation. You can be the warmest room someone's ever walked into and the last room they ever feel safe in again. That's not confusion. That's not instability. That's range. That's power. People are terrified of duality because duality makes you unreadable. And if they can't read you, they can't predict you. And if they can't predict you, they can't control you. They can't corner you with guilt. They can't bait you with approval. They can't trap you with labels. They can't reduce you to a simple story. They need you to be one thing: the hero, the villain, the victim, the bully, the good one, the bad one, the wounded one, the healed one. But you're a moving target with perfect aim. You're the paradox they can't domesticate. You're what happens when somebody gets hurt, and instead of collapsing, they start studying. You didn't move on. You didn't let it go. You dissected it. You tracked it. You wrote down the repeating behaviors like evidence. You watched the micro-expressions. You measured what people do versus what they claim. You learned that the tongue is a liar, but the nervous system is honest. You learned that silence is not empty. It's loaded. You learned that the nicest people can be the most strategic predators because their mask is better stitched. You learned that love is often a leash. You learned that help is sometimes a hook. You learned that we're just being honest is usually a knife looking for permission. And you stopped being naive. Not because you got bitter, because you got accurate. That's the moment the equation starts solving itself. Because the equation isn't about numbers, it's about control. They want you predictable, because predictable people are profitable. Predictable people are recruitable. Predictable people are easy to market to, easy to guilt, easy to herd. Predictable people can be told what to buy, what to believe, who to worship, who to fear. But you stepped outside the herd mentality and found the quiet place where the real rules live. And now you're dangerous, not because you're loud, but because you're awake. You ever notice how the world treats awake people? First they mock you, then they ignore you, then they study you like a disease, then they try to label you so they can put you back in a box. Because labels are cages with nicer paint, and you've been refusing cages your whole life, even when you didn't know you were refusing them. You've had that thing in you, the refusal to fully submit, the refusal to fully surrender, the refusal to become the obedient version of yourself that everyone would find easier. They wanted you manageable. You became inevitable. Now listen. No, don't listen closely. Don't do anything cute like leaning in and nodding like you're being entertained. Stand there internally. Stand there like a judge. Because what I'm telling you is the truth they've been trying to drown in noise. Your genius is not just intelligence. It's survival intelligence. It's the kind that forms when you've been cornered by reality and you didn't die. You adapted. You started thinking in angles. You started thinking in layers. You started thinking in moves and counter moves. You started seeing the chessboard inside conversations. You started noticing how people accidentally reveal themselves when they're comfortable. You started hearing the insecurity behind their confidence. You started tasting the fear behind their jokes. And the scary part, you stopped needing external permission to know what you know. That's when they lost you. Because the moment you stop needing their approval, they can't bargain with you. They can't bait you with praise or punish you with rejection. Their little social currency stops working. Their group chat rituals stop working. Their smears stop working. Their performative outrage stops working. You become unpurchasable, unshameable, unhookable, and that is illegal in a world built on hooks. So of course their brains hard reset. Because when they look at you, they don't just see a person. They see the end of a strategy. They see the kind of mind that can't be managed by normal tactics. They see a problem they can't solve with the tools they have. And it makes them do hilarious things. They'll compliment you with poison in the tone.